So the next gentleman I'm going to bring up is all the way from Montgomery County. Imagine that. But he's a big supporter of the Thin Blue Line, a big supporter of our men and women in law enforcement. He is a business owner, he's an author, and he's an immigrant, a legal immigrant that came to this country the right way. And he wants to come. He's also a motivational speaker, so I think you're going to enjoy what he's going to say. James Tarantin.
Good morning. I wanted to learn the things that I wrote to you today by heart, but my son kept me up all night. So I said I'm going to write it and I'll just speak to you directly. Eric, thank you very much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. And let me tell a bit about myself. So my name is James Tarantin. I came to the USA as a teenager for really the hope of living the American dream. I came here really with no family, no friends, no money, and zero connections. 7 colleges had denied my application. And as you can hear, English wasn't my mother's tongue. And for 10 years, I lived in a poor studio apartment, denied by hundreds of jobs, and had no health insurance for over a decade. And when I opened my company, and I counted, 180 investors refused to invest in it. I had no partners, I had no employees, or an office. And with a 580 credit score, no bank was willing to give me a loan or a credit line. And that's true. But at the age of 28, 5 years ago, due to really self-reliance and self-discipline, I became a millionaire with literally no loans, lawsuits, or debts. Today I live with my wife and my son, as you heard, in Montgomery County. And I understand that the main lesson of my story is that the true power of America is not measured, I believe, by its economy or military, but by the promise that each and every one of us deserves to experience this beautiful thing called the American dream. Our law enforcement personnel lives by this promise, I believe. And its brave men and women remind me of a quote said by Gandhi, that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Our law enforcement, as my wife often says, is one equal temper of heroic hearts, to strive, to sacrifice, to protect, and not to yield. I believe, as I said to Eric and many other people, that the biggest problem we face in the world is corruption in politics. A poor man steals an apple and he's a thief for life. A politician steals the wealth of a nation and he is a statesman. Despite the fact that the world's democracies are a victim to unprecedented greed and power, our police brings us a measure of order, protection, and patriotism. I know that many of you, as I felt and still feel, lonely, and that some of our deepest dreams have died and will never come back. But events like this bring me hope that our collective humanity may one day rise above the darkness and reach a new level of light. I thank you very much for coming. Have a wonderful day. May God bless our law enforcement. May God bless Maryland. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.